Welcome to GTV. Today I will be showing you how to set up the Yaskawa P1000 series AC drive for PID control. The P1000 series of drives is an industrial fan and pump drive. The demonstration today will show how to set up PID for a fan. When programming, values for the parameters should be specific to the application and may differ upon application and intended use. For PID control, there must be some form of feedback device such as a sensor in order for proper operation. Wiring should also be verified by a qualified electrician before operating the drive. For understanding how to use the P1000 for motor applications and how to use the keypad, check out our other videos on the P1000. To begin, I will push the local remote key to put the drive into local operation. Next, I will push the arrow key down a few times until I get to the programming mode. I will push enter to access the parameters menu. I can also use the arrow keys to scroll up or down to access my desired parameter. The parameter A103 is the initialization mode that defines the application from general, pump, pump with PI control, fan, and fan with PI control. To set up a fan with PID control, I will scroll to 8011 and hit enter to save. The B parameters are application-related settings and are also where I will be setting my parameters for PID control. For B101 to B104, I can change the frequency reference, run command, stopping method, and reverse operation selection. Scrolling to B512 is the PID feedback loss detection parameter. This allows me to determine how the drive will notify the user when PID feedback level is either lower or higher than the desired setting. This can be done with a digital output, feedback loss alarm, or feedback loss fault. Next, I can scroll to B518 to enable PID Setpoints. I will push enter to change the default value of 0 to a 1 and then push save. Now I can go to B519 to set the value in terms of percent. I will adjust this to 80 and then push enter. The next parameter to change is B520 for PID Setpoint scaling. If I would like to set this of a user-defined display for PID Setpoint and feedback monitors, I will change this to a 3 and hit enter. Next is B538, which is the setpoint user display that can be set from 1 to 60,000. This scales the PID units to the maximum output frequency. I will keep this at 10,000. The next parameter is B539 for setting the setpoint display digits. I can pick how many decimal points with the number here. I will keep this at 2 and move on to the next parameter, which is B546. This parameter sets the PID units. Currently, PSI is the unit. I will hit enter and scroll to the number 4 for CFM or cubic feet per minute. I will then hit enter to save. Next, I will go over the sets of parameters used for setting easy sleep and wake up functions. These can be turned on by setting B589 from a 0 to 1. B590 sets the easy sleep until it turns of frequency or RPM. B591 sets the easy minimum speed, which is the PID minimum speed and integral lower unit. I can set this up to 400 Hz or 24,000 RPM, depending on the setting I set for B590. I will set this to 50 Hz. Next is B592 for easy sleep level. When the drive's output goes below the set level in this parameter, the drive will go to sleep. The parameter will display 51 Hz since I had put 50 Hz as my value for B591. I can also adjust the time of how long the drive will go to sleep in parameter B593. The next parameter is the easy wake up level. This wakes up the drive when the PID feedback level drops below the set point. When the PID feedback goes below this level, the drive will wake up and reach the set speed and the PID set point. The drive will maintain this level until the speed of the drive reaches the minimum speed and goes to sleep. Once the drive reaches the desired output frequency, it will wake up again. The wake-up mode can be set at B595 and wake-up timer can be set at B596. The Yaskawa P1000 AC drive, along with thousands of other products and services, are available at Galco.com.